With Kevin Lynch, Tom Hanneman back on a Timberwolves fast break following Philadelphia's 118-109 win over the Wolves on the night that Jimmy Butler returned to Minnesota and was booed every time he touched the ball. In the end, however, the difference in this game, three-point shooting by the Sixers.
Yeah, they had 15 made in this game. They made 8 in the first quarter. That set the tone there for Philadelphia. We talked about this in the pregame show here tonight, how to me, this is a kind of a question mark with Philadelphia. Can they make enough threes? And certainly tonight, and then the game back a couple months ago, they made a ton, 21 threes against Minnesota. So maybe they're kind of putting me in my place and proving that they can be a three-point shooting team. But that's kind of a big question mark for Philadelphia. If they can make some threes and Joel Embiid is healthy inside, that's a pretty tough team to stop offensively.
Timberwolves roared back from a 21-point deficit in the second quarter, cut it to 4, but couldn't finish things out as we look at the final numbers. Andrew Wiggins, 20 points or more now in 6 consecutive games. Ryan Saunders asked if he's seeing something right now that is different with Andrew.
I'd like to say it's something different. I'd like to say it's something different because it's not like we're force feeding him the ball with things. He's getting a lot of his scores in the open court and in other ways. Early in his career when his first and second year when we were a lottery team very early in the season. I was here for that. We were really trying to find where he was comfortable with and trying to get him comfortable and find things that work. So we were really trying to, I guess you could say, force feed him the ball. And if you keep doing that, you're going to have more opportunities to score. Here he's getting it more within a system and within an offense and a flow.
Wolves back in action on Monday when the Portland Trailblazers come to town. Off to Dallas on Wednesday against the Mavericks, and then back to Minnesota next Friday for the final 3 at home, starting with Miami, a team still trying to get into the playoffs in the East. The Wolves have won 4 consecutive games against the Blazers here at home, and they've done a really good job against this Portland team that entered the night just 3 games out of first in the West. Houston a half game back. Things very tight at the top.
Yeah, I mean, it's so interesting in the West. And Portland's always one of those teams, Tom, it seems like ever since the grouping of like Nick Batum and LaMarcus Aldridge, Wes Matthews, those guys kind of left Portland. It seemed like I thought that they were going to sink and maybe be a kind of a lottery type of team. But they just reload. They got good big guys. They got probably one of the best backcourts in the NBA. So, yeah, yet again, they're kind of flirting with home court advantage in the first round of the playoffs, and they're always a tough out.
Been tough trying to quiet this crowd after a loss tonight, but they'll eventually go home. Hope you'll join us Monday night at 6:30 for Wolves Live ahead of the Timberwolves battle with Portland.